So I guess what I would tell students, and faculty and staff about, understanding what free speech rights mean is that, this is a public university, this is public property. The primary purpose of this institution is education. So you have First Amendment rights to express yourself. You can speak in a voice like this anywhere on campus. You can hand out flyers. You can hold up a sign. You're on public property. There's no problem with that. If you disrupt class, for example, if you want to pass out flyers in the middle of class, yeah, that's a problem. Right? Again, not because of your message, but because of the disruption to the classroom. If you had a bullhorn, an amplifier, and you were shouting your message, you can understand how that would penetrate into walls and disrupt classes. That would also be something that would be prohibited. If you called for imminent lawless action, if you were urging people to break the law and to do it right now, that speech could be held responsible for causing lawless action. So that would also be prohibited. Or I guess a better way is punishable. But otherwise, I think the default is that you have First Amendment rights to express yourself, especially on a public university, or at a public university where the whole idea here is about education and exchanging ideas and so forth.
But when you bring up freedom of speech zones, what's interesting is most people would think of all of America as a freedom of speech zone, as I think founders envisioned. But there's actually freedom of speech zones that are zoned off at times.
To the best of my knowledge, there are 3 free speech zones on campus. The one that runs through the quad from the library steps, from the Stallions through to Centennial. There's the one that's right between LBJ and the library, and then there's one that's right down by JCK.
You actually can practice free speech any place on campus, right? I mean, it's a public university and it's public space, and so really, so long as you aren't disrupting classes or doing something that would be contrary to the university's mission, in that respect, you really can practice free speech anywhere.